Get Haunted, where you are the investigator. Get Haunted. Paranormal Investigations isn't a show. It's your experience. Join this premier paranormal event company for real investigations at some of the nation's most haunted locations. This isn't a tour. This is hands-on. You'll use real equipment, explore active sites, and dive into the unknown. No scripts, no actors, just you, the gear, and whatever's waiting in the dark. Perfect for both first-timers and seasoned ghost hunters. Each event is guided by experienced investigators. But the discoveries, they're yours to make. 2025 is already jam-packed with incredible locations across the nation. Space fills up fast, so make sure to book your tickets now. Dare to get haunted? Find your next investigation at gethaunted.com.
All right, well, look at this. 2 times today you have seen Rob Stachowicz live. There he is again.
Live.
You hate it. He hates going live. But this is first of all, happy holidays, everybody. We are in the week of the holiday. Christmas is coming, and we're going to start this week off with a little holiday treat with the most amazing Brittany Shaffer of Get Batty with Brittany. Because there is an amazing event coming out with Black Raven. And I'm going to share my screen so you guys can check this out because I would like you guys to go there. This might be something you would all be very interested in. This is Black Raven is doing, I guess I should, hold on. What is going on with my thing? I was interested. I'm going. I had to choose that. Wow. All right, so here we go. Black Raven, Winter's Veil Divination Night. This is Saturday, January 3rd from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. And it's a really cool opportunity to sit with a few readers in different styles. And tonight we're going to show you Brittany's style of Magpie reading, which is not something that is, I don't think this is a well-known particular style of reading.
No, I personally have no understanding of what it is. And being the mystical oracle that I am.
Yes.
With the tarot and all the other spooky things that surround me, I don't know what it is. Yeah. So I'm excited to witness whatever is about to be delivered.
Yeah, it's really cool. I've had the honor to sit with Brittany and do a magpie reading, and it's really cool because if you know anything about magpies and sort of their affinity to collecting items that they love, that's kind of what this is. It's like a collection of, so to speak, charms. Maybe a word. We'll let Brittany explain it, but like items that she collects that mean something to her. That she throws down, and then she reads those items, symbols, and this is how she gets her information. But this is so cool because this particular event that is January 3rd is a really good opportunity for you guys to get to know these readers, learn how they do things, get your messages. But it's, to me, what an amazing thing to I don't know, the different styles we're so used to, and she does read oracle, but we're so used to sort of one way of doing it, and there are so many amazing diverse readers out there in this big beautiful world, and this is just one opportunity, and we want to bring some attention to this event for Brittany, who we truly adore, but she was a little concerned with, like, maybe people don't really get what it is I do, right? And so she asked us, she's like, what do you guys think? And you know, Rob and I are like, do a live.
An excuse to be online, people. That's I'm like, let's go live.
Yeah, let's go live. So hold Hello to everybody on the side. I hope you all are ready for the holiday week that is coming up here. That you guys are keeping healthy and happy. Your gift giving is ready to roll. And if it's not about gifts, I hope you're ready to share your presents. That's what Rob's getting from me. He's going to get my presents. You happy with that, Rob?
Am I happy with the what?
He's not even listening. My presents. That's your present. You get my presents.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really, I do every year. I wait for the mailman this entire week. I sit down there and I'm like, you got anything for me? He's like, hey, bro, no. I'm sorry, man. This year, though.
Yeah.
This year, he surprised me today. He was like, actually, I do.
Yeah.
And he got me something, and he signed it from your best friend, Sarah.
Oh, he's helping me out?
Yeah.
You're getting a big batch of walnut cookies. That's what I'm getting you.
I will sit here with a knife and pull out all the walnuts.
No, you will not. But seriously, we're excited. This is a little gift to each of you guys with the beautiful Miss Brittany. So hi, Eric, and hi, Leanne. Big kisses to you. All right. So without further ado, we're going to bring up Miss Brittany of Get Batty with Brittany. There she is, everyone.
Hi, guys.
So why don't you first, because I know I didn't explain it really in any kind of depth, but this Black Raven, oh, look at that. These were the gifts I got today.
This is what Rob and I was doing while we were waiting for Sarah to answer us.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you disappear for a few hours.
Yeah, just, we were calling her the Queen Bee.
Yeah.
Do you know that I actually don't think I look like Queen material?
Well, AI clearly thought otherwise.
Like, I think that looks like so unnatural. Like, that's not even remote. Like, that doesn't even scream me. Like, doesn't
I like the one that I made with both of you on top of the castle.
Yes, we're on a castle. Yes.
Right, Denise?
We had a lot going on today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came back. I came back to the chat and I was like, holy hell. And I was scrolling all these. There's some pretty badass pictures in there.
Yeah. There's some
creative toward the end.
I mean, I might randomly pop one up here and there.
There you go. But Brittany, if you can explain the Black Raven, Winter's Veil, Divination Night, and what exactly they're going to get with this event.
Yeah.
We'd love to learn about it.
So a good friend of mine owns the Black Raven. She goes by Raven. She is also very, very gifted psychic medium, owns her own online kind of witchy shop and stuff like that. It's blackraven6.com. She's also the host and founder and creator of Hex and Fest, which is going into its second year in Johnstown, PA, coming up in 2026. And so she was like, I really want to support you. I want to get your name out there and what you do. Like, because she's like, it's very unique compared to traditionally what she does. She's more of just a very traditional, psychic medium. She doesn't even really use anything but her own gifts. And she was like, I would, love to feature you in an event and everything like that. So we set this event up, and it's kind of geared toward helping you guide your way into 2026. Not your New Year's resolution so much as, what your guides, what the universe, whoever needs to tell you, where you need to go and what you need to do in the new year. And so we set this event up to be live. Leo will be on there with me. And we're doing like little 20-minute sessions, like little, they're not mini readings. They're not full length hour-long readings, but they're like half readings. These ones tonight I would call mini readings. And then I do, if you want Magpie, if you want regular Oracle, you want Tarot, mediumship, it's kind of a choose your own kind of deal. Read for you, do everything like that. And then everybody that books a reading with me that night, You get entered into a giveaway also for a free 1 hour reading with me. And we also have a special going on right now for the holidays where those spots are only $25 a piece for a 20-minute reading. Normally, like at events and stuff like that, if I was doing a 20-minute reading, it would probably be $45-$50. Is usually like, what we go, but for the holidays, we know like everybody's struggling. Everything's expensive. Everything's crazy. And I like helping. I like guiding people and doing this stuff. So, we just thought what better of a way to do an event, do something live where, it's wintertime. Nobody has to travel. We don't have to be, in person, all of that kind of stuff. And you can choose if you want to be live face to face with me. That's recommended, honestly. Like that's fine. If you don't want your face shown, you just want your voice on, we can do that too. If you don't want to be on screen at all, you just want to be in the comments, that's also fine. Like you just have to let us know a little bit ahead of time, what your preferences there are so that we can make sure that it's set up to make you the most comfortable. And those spots are either at that, like you can find them on that event, the Winter's Veil event, or I believe they're listed on Block Raven 6 as well on Raven's website.
I do love what you just said, which is this gives everybody an opportunity to do something without having to travel as weather gets bad or it just gets a little better. So this is an opportunity to, one, try something different with some new folks, and to maybe find a little bit of motivation and encouragement without having the comfort of your home. Rob, you were about to say something.
No, I thought your audio was cut because you were out of sync for a moment. So. Plus, I have a dog that won't stay.
It's okay. If you might be able to hear my cat eventually screaming at the door.
Is that what's happening? The cats and the dogs.
He's clawing at the door and screaming his head off.
Beckett's up there in Canada barking away.
Yeah, Jason said Beckett's barking away.
So how did you even find, or what drew you to the Magpie?
So honestly, a deep dive on Reddit. I was on Reddit. I don't even remember what subreddit it was. It was a couple years ago, more than a couple years ago. It was probably close to 10 years ago now. And I came across this one lady that is from the UK that had kind of designed, she said she'd kind of grown up doing something similar to this and just over the years had kind of, made her own kind of deal with it. And she'd written a book and stuff like that and had like a little how to build your own kit, like how to, what to do. But then like the whole goal at the end was to take her, lesson or whatever and put your own signature on it, to change it just enough that, everybody. So like if you were going to pick up Magpie Oracle or you were going to pick up Magpie Oracle, ideally we're all going to throw similarly, but we're all going to throw different things. Like all of our stuff is all going to be different. So that's where it originated. Since then, I'm sure more people have read her book, seen different things. So I've seen, probably within the last like 5 or 6 months, I've seen more readers pop up under that title. Some do things completely differently than I do. Some are along the same lines. Like I said, it's all supposed to be a very personal to the reader and to the person you're reading for style reading. It's much more earthbound and grounding.
What I loved about it. Like I said, I did get to have a moment with you when we were just having girl chat. And what I love about it is this, because every sort of psychic who's reading, right, they go off of symbolism. We hear this often, right? They're going off of symbolism. If I see a red rose, this is what this means. Or if they show me a candle, this is what this could mean, right? What I love about the Magpie is that, because I'm not good with seeing images in my mind, I just don't. If you tell me something, I just can't see it. So when you're showing what you throw, to be able to visually lock in on these things that you personally chose and they mean something to you, that symbolism for you, right? So for me, I need that visualization. I loved it. I think it's a very unique way of reading, but really also, I guess, it's harder to, how do I say this? And should I say this? It might be a little bit harder to just grab out of the air something, right? Trying to make something fit, because you're looking at tangible items that you've thrown. Yep. And you're really good about saying, like, like when you throw them, this item means this to me, this item, this is what this represents to me. And then you start reading, right? So I feel like it's a little bit more solid.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Hey, Micah.
I mean, all of the things obviously mean their own individual things to me, and they also, a lot of them have overall symbolism as well, just to like the masses or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot less room for interpretation, I guess. Like even in traditional tarot, yes, there is the textbook definition for what every single one of those cards means.
Sure.
But at the same time, if like you've studied the history or know any history of tarot, the one that did all of the illustrations for them, the way that she wrote them to be or illustrated them to be read is more up to your own interpretation. Like you read the story that is on the card with who you're reading, not I pulled the 3 of Wands and this is exactly what that means.
Right.
I pulled the Devil card and this is exactly textbook what that means. No, this is what it means in reference to my client, to who I'm reading, to the situation at hand. And I like reading that imagery more. I'm a very image-based person. I could build an entire world in my head. Like with those AI things, like that's why I can write such good scripts for them and tell it exactly what to do, because I can already see it in my head. And then I get frustrated when it doesn't make what I see in my head.
What I've noticed, right? Because so like when I know people out there, social media monitors, AI is killing the planet. I'm fucking using it.
So much killing the planet. So
yeah, we all are all day.
What I've noticed is, right, so I get my initial image, then I'm like, you can suggest and edit, and then I'll change it up. But what I've noticed is the fidelity of the facial, like, so Sarah starts out really looking like Sarah, and then I'm like, okay, now make her, sitting in a throne. It's a little bit different. Then by the third or fourth version,
you have to tell it, do not change facial features.
Oh, really?
Yep. If you tell it at the end, that's how I get like my most accurate ones. If you tell it at the end, like, do not change her body style, do not change her facial features whatsoever. That's why the Yule Witch one that like she used for the graphic, which is it looks fantastic, by the way. That's why it looks so much like me. Like people actually thought I went out and got that photo shoot, and I was like, no, dude, like that's not me.
Yeah.
Like that's not me.
So like this was iteration 4, and they actually put like her BDUs around her queen gown, and I had to tell it like, no, that's not.
And my face is a little different here, by the way.
Face is weird. You look like you got stung by a bee or something. Just not.
Well, that's it. Yeah, mine started doing that too. There was one that one of the queen ones on the balcony with all of her people down below her. That
her face is a little off.
I was like, that's not right.
Yeah. Hey, Travis. And hello to everybody, even Eric, who I didn't get to. I was too busy trying to upload files, and then clearly I messed up Sarah's presentation mode, and she was mildly annoyed. It's the holidays. You can't be annoyed with me.
I'm not.
I saw a blue star balloon in my yard.
I know that.
I'll have you know.
I know the face, and it kind of looks like that one.
That is so ridiculous. You two are so ridiculous. Like,
well, there was the Queen Bee reference, so then he had to make that, and then my version had to actually put you in like the colors of a bee.
Oh, you did the one. Is that the one that I have wings?
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I'll find it here. All right. So the magpie.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll open my kit here and kind of show you what I do. So it's kind of a combination of a multitude of reading styles. So it has elements of bone throwing from like Nola from Hoodoo Voodoo. It has elements from a style of Lenormand tarot. It has aspects of charm reading. It has aspects of Chinese bone throwing, just a lot of different, there's Celtic notes, there's in almost every other practice that you could pick out other than modern Christianity.
Yeah.
Every other practice you could pick out, they do a form of some kind of divination like this. The idea of Magpie, though, is that my kit is much like things that a crow or a raven or a corvid, any of those kind of birds would be drawn to. That for whatever reason mean significant things to them, that, you know, they pick up and have to carry around whatever. So my kit is comprised of, there are animal bones, there are human teeth, there are different trinkets, different all sorts of things. Cause like I don't throw bones. This isn't bone throwing. It's not charm casting. It's not any of it. It is its own entity. But to me, I'm a very earthbound, grounded type of person. My favorite style of investigating paranormally is if a location tells me I can be barefoot. In a way, yeah, I consider it goblin magic a little bit is my kind of style, which Jason, you know, thus I have, you probably can't see it from here. I have a goblin tattoo right there. Yeah. Okay. So I'm very nature bound anyway, just in my regular practices. So like I said, like if I can investigate barefoot, if I can do something outside, if I have in-person readings and they're local, I ask the person if there is somewhere in nature that they feel most attuned with, and we go there. I've done readings in horse stables because that's where people felt most grounded and connected. You know, different parks, like places like that. And then, yeah, Denise, that's what is tattooed on. That's a Hopkinsville goblin. From Hellier.
I don't know if I can have you all together. Might be too much.
Can you imagine the freaking power between Denise and Brittany? Like,
I was just on the phone. Yeah, Ernie does get himself in trouble tonight. I'm just saying, Ernie, stop it. All right. So that's the Kentucky goblin.
Yeah, Kentucky goblins, Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Wait, before you show your kit though, Rob, what I was trying to do that was so rude during the show is I was trying to make Brittany the bigger square. Because I would love for everybody to be, because she is going to do readings, folks. She's going to do a few readings here. But I want you guys to really look, hey, future ghosts. Really love for everybody to get a good glimpse at what Brittany's going to be doing January 3rd. And she has offered to do a couple of readings here tonight. So you can really get an idea here how this is going to work. But I suddenly can't remember how to make one square big.
Well, you just did it, I thought.
Wait, not there me. You are. How do I
drag her ass in there? No? Who's doing it?
Me. Okay.
Now, so who is this reading for?
So, let me explain my kit first.
Explain your kit to us.
So, I have multitude of things. So, like my box, even I created all these sigils. My kit lives in this box.
Oh, I love that.
There's multiple different meanings for all of those different sigils. Let me put that off the side. So I throw on a actual rabbit pelt. It's very soft. Ethically sourced rabbit pelt.
How do you ethically cut the skin off of an animal?
Yeah.
You just wait for it to
the bowl that I throw out of is from a longhorn cow. But then so my whole kit. So I don't know if I can tilt it.
You've got people interested, girl. They are all like, I mean, these
are some of my pieces. So whenever I read, I don't throw all of these every single time. But for example, this is my favorite piece to show all the time. If you can see it. Let me see. That is a human tooth. So if I pull something like that, it generally signifies anxiety in a situation. So when I throw, like for these reads tonight, they'll just be more mini reads. I don't want questions that are too in depth. You know what I mean? Like I don't have time to sit with everybody and give that kind of energy for those kind of reads. So they're just going to be like quick little, you can ask me questions, like yes or no doesn't really work for these. They're more in depth than that. But like, how are my holidays going to go? What do I need to finish getting rid of in 2026? So then if you want to book a reading with me in 2026 or get rid of in 2025. So if you want to book a reading with me in 2026, then, you kind of already know what you needed to get rid of.
Yeah. That's a great do that, Brittany, like do a reading, general. And I think when you and I did it, I didn't even have a question. I'm like, I don't even know. I get
and sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes it just is like, what do I need to know? Or like for tonight, what do I need to get rid of? What else do I need to face up to get rid of?
Yeah.
My style of reading has the tendency, I think it's my personal energy and style too. And then just because this is such a raw form of divination, it has the tendency to be very revealing.
Okay.
Very truth-telling, very raw. It's very grounding. It doesn't sugarcoat stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's something that needs to be clipped and cut and gotten rid of, it's going to tell you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the pieces can have multiple meanings too. One that I like to show that represents that well is an arrowhead. You can see it. I'm really pale, so it doesn't.
You got to do like the makeup artist thing where they're like
I'm pale and this is pale, so it doesn't really work. But like an arrowhead, I think I have a darker one. Yeah, that one's a little darker. But anyway, arrowhead. Mm-hmm. So if it shows up and it's by itself, because where the things land is also significant. So if an arrowhead lands kind of by itself, but it's pointing from one thing to another thing, it shows that direction. That's the direction you need to go from point A to point B, from one thing to the other, that sort of thing. It also can stand and represent ancestry, warrior, like you need to stand up for yourself. You need to, have that spearhead, have that arrow, be more of a pointy kind of person, be more abrasive, that kind of thing. So some of it matters, like where it shows up too. Rob, tonight also may be helpful to have you because I am not great at numerology. I know a little bit, but I have a lot of die in my kit. I don't usually read them as numerology.
Okay.
A lot of times my dice also have like on this side, this one has like a coyote on one side. So like if the coyote shows up, that can signify different things. A lot of times though, for me, when I throw, the dice will come up and tell me like how many family members I'm talking about or something like that. Or tonight, because we're doing things that need clipped and cut, if I roll a 3 comes up and there's 3 separate other things, those are your 3 significant things that need to go, that kind of stuff.
So for me, like as I look at your kit, right, it reminded me very much, and I don't know if there's any voodoo influence here or hoodoo influence here.
Yeah, that's the bone throwing aspect of it. Yeah.
Like my Nganga came, and I feel like there's shit missing out of here, but like my Nganga came with this coffin, and inside are all kinds of little nails and trinkets and toys and shit like that. It just reminded me of that. Sorry for the seasickness, everybody.
It does. It very much has ties to that kind of thing.
Okay.
This is a hybrid version that has, like I said, like Celtic ties and Norse ties, and actually like there's even a version of bone throwing in Chinese mythology and stuff that they do that's similar. There's Native American, they throw more sticks that they tie in different manners and stuff like that, but they throw in the ground similarly to bone throwing. So it is, it definitely has ties into all of that. And it's the culmination kind of all of it. It's almost, the lady that I learned it from, she almost relates it back almost earlier than some of that in a way.
Did they call me the Polish bone thrower?
Don't even touch that one.
I can't. Nope. There are way too many Polish.
I have some cool dice you might
jokes. No.
I actually have some really, really cool dice that I'm going to gift you if I can find
Ooh.
find another.
This is a good question. I like this question from Travis because it's do you work with connect to a specific entity, group of entities, or universe or other? Is this when you're throwing in this with, especially with your magpie? Is there something you in general connect with?
So, I mean, I ask the universe and my own spirit guides because I mean, I think they're all tied together anyhow, personally, to help guide me. It depends a lot of times, honestly, like I'm a jack of all trades when it comes to that sort of thing. Depends on the situation. So for tonight, I'm asking the universe and my guides because tonight's not much of a mediumship style reading. It's more of the psychic side, more of the guidance, that kind of stuff, not direct communication with somebody. Not that this reading style couldn't be, but if I'm doing that sort of thing, like for example, when I was reading at Hexenfest on Samhain, I called to the ancestors. The veil's the thinnest on Halloween on Samhain. So I called to my ancestors. I called to the people who I was reading for as ancestors. I called our patron goddess of that night was Hecate. So like I called on her. And it even in my individual like witch practices, it just depends. Sometimes I use my own power. Sometimes I'm all I need. Sometimes I do call on gods and goddesses. It just depends kind of on what I'm doing.
So I know they're going to want to get to the readings, but I have a question for you because I'm always curious, especially when somebody is working, because not all psychics are mediums, but all mediums are psychics. So I'm always curious when one is a psychic medium and you're doing a general reading, and especially when you're doing something like either a tarot read or your magpie, because you're using those tools. Has there ever been a situation where you're in the middle of a reading and it's like, okay, I got to scrap this magpie reading or these card readings because somebody's coming through so strong, I can't focus on them and this.
Yeah. And that does happen. And I will. I mean, I'll literally, even if that happens tonight, usually it happens to me when I'm in person with somebody, like face to face. It's a lot stronger of a situation like that. But there have been times where I've been like, okay, we just need to hold on with your life path reading kind of deal here. Because so-and-so like really just is like coming through, like screaming at me, like that they need to talk to you. So like in my booked readings and stuff like that, the longer segmented, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, hour-long readings, a lot of times the longer I'm spending with a client one-on-one like that, that's it's going to happen. Some sort of message from somebody is going to come through. Especially, I mean, especially if you ask, I mean, I can't guarantee like the person that you're going to ask to talk to is going to come through. It doesn't work like, like a telephone line. But a lot of times, like once I connect to your energy and the spirits realize that there is like a connection there made, whoever it is that does want to talk to you is going to come through. Like I said, most of the time, like in these little reads like tonight, I don't know that that'll so much happen. I may get dreams or visitations after the fact, like tonight into tomorrow. And if I do, I'll message you and let you know, like, the individual people I talk to or whatever, I won't just keep it to myself. They won't let me anyway. And, we can go from there, but it may be like them kind of playing catch up. Like I'll be going through things quickly, so I don't have that link as strongly on the medium side of things, unless I'm intentionally. But like you said, like or like you asked, like, do they sometimes break through anyway? Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So I want to make sure we have Micah is interested. I want to make sure though that she's still, because she said she would love a reading, and she's an amazing soul. I don't want to say too much here, but Then she kind of, I think as we were talking, she was like, I'm okay. So I'm not sure if something like for her, I don't know if it was when you were saying like, maybe you'll want a reading for 2025 and what I need to get rid of. I'm not sure if you said something that made her go, well, wait, I don't know if I do, but I want to make sure, I kind of want to go in order here. Micah, if you're still interested, just give me a yes, I am. So we will go in order here. And then Denise Pack was next, who was interested. Actually, as soon as I said you were offering some time here, everybody's like, oh my gosh, and this is just another great way to, right? What's
Look
wrong?
at the viewers. We have 22 on the 22nd.
Yeah.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
And I do love
it is exactly 1 month from my birthday. Thank you.
Everybody remember this. I love this question too. What is the furthest that you've ever had a remote connection? That is great.
Where did
now, like as far as like remote reads, as far as investigations go, the furthest I've technically attempted is New York. Okay. I believe would be distance wise would be Wildwood, or perhaps into New York, or not into into New York, into Ohio, Cincinnati or Cleveland area, wherever. Jason, you know where I'm talking about. As far as like client reads, I think I had a client from. I've definitely read somebody from Oregon.
That's far.
Like
Oregon, the state, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Because there's a town right around the corner.
Yep. Nope. State.
I'm joking.
She lives about an hour out of Portland.
All right. So Micah's okay with it, I think.
Micah's good. You're getting it. So now you're about to hit the Netherlands, Holland.
Yeah. So I'm curious, do you need her to ask a question, or is there there's so many, everybody, I love this.
It doesn't really have to be a question. I mean, my just basis or idea, like for just a general, like overall topic, I guess, for tonight was just, like, what do I need to leave behind in 2025?
Okay. Are you good with that, Micah? Like, I think that's a great,
I'll also throw, just because this is the deck that randomly showed up at my house. I have no clue who got it for me. This one, and there's a tarot deck too, but I'll throw a one card at the end of my Magpie from this deck too, because I've been obsessed with this deck and I can't help it.
All right. And you said, so what you're going to do, and it's why I wanted to make your square. And I agree with that, Travis. I think distance is nothing to universe. I agree. Connection's connection. I love that. And yes, I agree, Denise. We'll get you in there as you're sitting in the Ditto house. So many amazing things. All right. So we're going to have Brittany sort of aim her laptop so you guys could see what she throws.
I'm going to walk you through a little bit. Just overall, everybody, whenever you're picked, like for your reading, what you want to do, just so that I can get the most accurate read on you and your energy. You're going to want to just focus on me. You can leave your eyes open, leave your eyes closed. It doesn't matter. And you just want to take a few really cleansing deep in through your nose, hold it out through your mouth, hold it, breaths, ground yourself, be comfortable, be in some comfy clothes. Don't, relax your shoulders. And you just want to feel like you're either one of two things. You're either giving me the biggest hug, and you open that energy center just so that our guides can communicate, the universe can communicate, I can feel the current of your energy. Or you can also feel like if, I'm not a super huggy person, so I get it. If somebody told me to do that, I'd be like, if it makes better sense to you, feel like there is a book that comes from you and you're opening that book in front of me and you're allowing me access to read the pages of your life, because they're all already written. We just don't know what they say yet. So when whenever you get the opportunity to, come up for your read. I just ask that you do that. It just helps me focus a little better. For my guy, I just read her comment. Not that I would not do a read like that. I just feel like that's a more personal one-on-one read. I don't want to pull anything that I don't, want to say in front of other people.
Yeah.
That kind of thing as well.
All right. She's open to it all, though, so.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, here we go. She's ready.
What you should leave. All right, let me see if I can get my laptop.
Robert, we're like the NFL psychic reading commentators on the side.
Don't judge my fingernails also, because I ripped all my acrylics off today.
Rob, what do you think's going to happen in these next moments that she's about to throw?
I think she's about to scoop some really cool things out of her kit, and those things are going to hit the field here just a couple moments from now. You can see she's warming up. She's getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I just always take a moment for myself to read over where they've fallen and what I think is significant. So obviously you're going to see things backwards from how I see them. So like, this is my base piece. This is going to be my top piece. So it's interesting to me that I threw two very similar pieces. So these both are spinal column pieces. One is fossilized, one is not. They are both from a snake, which, as most of us know, 2025 is the year of the snake. We're all shedding that and getting rid of it. And this here is the coyote symbol. So to me, coyotes are very pack-driven animals. They're very community-driven, short-tempered sometimes. A little, people consider them snappy, feral, whatever. But at the end of the day, they are very, very pack-driven. They are nothing without each other. You don't, like, if you find one all by itself, there's something wrong. So what this is telling me is that that's what you need to throw away. You need to throw away that sense of needing to be isolated, the need to be so bottled up and not having those foundational pieces. And it's kind of what you have thrown away. And this piece here that's closest to me is a piece of fossilized wood. And it being the farthest away from the piece that to me symbolizes you in your current state is that you've lost those stepping stones into who you are, that fossilized piece of wood, who we all are, like, in our foundations. And you need to throw away and leave behind those walls and those barriers that are keeping you isolated and afraid, scared of, like, relationships, not necessarily like romantic, just all sorts of relationships that you've felt that you need to isolate yourself, and you're snapping back at them instead. And that's what you need to leave behind in 2025. You need to remember that pack mentality. Remember that it's okay to lean on other people, that it's okay to falter, to crack, to break, and to need to lean on other people. That you don't have to do it all alone, that you don't have to be that one entity all alone. And that's just, for a quick, just basic read, that's it just telling me, like, you need to leave your walls behind.
So, Micah, as you let that settle in, I am emotional. Rob, how did you feel? I'm really emotional right now.
Not my story.
Okay.
I talk about.
Tend to.
Well,
I'm a raw reader.
That, to me, and we only know Micah the way we know Micah, but Brittany, that was...
Well, yeah, I don't know at all.
Yeah, that was incredible. And it's emotional for me, I think, because we have this sweet, sweet soul. Micah is just a lovely person. And to me, that just hit me right in the feels.
Yeah.
She said, so true, spot on. Oh my God. Yeah, and I do, like, Rob, how did you like to be able to visually see those pieces as she's looking at them and reading them, right? Like, there's to be able to see that tangible something, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, as the interpretation came through, like, I know, look, we talked to Micah privately.
Thank you, Micah.
She doesn't share a lot. So knowing, like, as the interpretation was coming, it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, like, because I can see why the Magpie method is so cool, right? Because these pieces mean something, and that blew me away. Away.
Yeah, it's a small but impactful message. And sometimes we just need to hear that out loud, right? Sometimes it's not a bad thing. It's to be able to hear it out loud, right? And remember, there's a pack out there, Micah. We're all right here.
The one thing, like, my readings, I think, because they are such a natural source, they're very raw and they're very honest, and they tell you what you need to give yourself space and grace for.
Exactly. That was a touchdown, Travis. Absolutely. That was scoring quick in the game. Rob, I think this is going to be an incredible rest of the event. So let's get on. Should we get on to our next reading? Let's get on to our next reading. Leah's saying,
Rob, not Ron.
Thanks, Leah.
All right,
so, Ron.
That's Leah. That's the host of the event.
Yeah, I signed my name the wrong way in an
email. So
really, for the first time witnessing that, was really, for me, that was stunning.
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful reading. Folks, just a reminder, and we will post this Black Raven. Leah, you just saw me pull up her comment. That is the Black Raven that is putting on this event. We'll share the event right there in the network. Guys, please, if you're interested, hit interested so it gets more eyes. And if you don't mind, share that event out so more eyes are on this, because what a beautiful way to get people just a little message that they might need, a little taste. Introduce yourself to somebody new in the community. You don't need to see the same 3 people. There are beautiful people out there that might have a message for you. So let's move on with Miss Denise Peck. Shall we give her a little bit of a reading?
No, don't make her get out of the trouble.
Denise,
don't get her out of the car. You better be good with this one.
What kind of reading did she want? Does she want end of year? Or did she just say general? I can't remember what she said.
Micah saying thank you. Yeah, Denise, I think she just a general. She shared, Denise is always very open as well. She's got a little bit of a chaotic relationship. I think
I'll see what it tells me. For some reason, I really do think that there is going to be a significant piece thrown from the Ditto house. So there's going to be a piece that I'm probably like, that doesn't quite make sense to your story, but for Denise, she's going to be like, but it makes sense for somebody else's. I don't know why. This is kind of that, like, interrupting, like how you asked, like, do they interrupt sometimes? Yeah.
Her people are contacting your people.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Okay. Let me aim you down.
I feel like this needs to now be a segment, Rob. I can see this being a part of Paranormally Blonde. You know, one reading a show.
Yeah, I'm getting pushed out of Paranormally Blonde.
No, you are. We're doing this together.
I'm reminding everyone you're watching the Get Haunted Network.
Oh. Uh-oh.
What is that?
I'll explain. So I did pull one piece further. It was back under a little bit, but it's in the same location, just there. There it is. So for me, this reads that there's something foundationally that you're questioning, or that you're not sure of. So once again, I threw this piece of petrified wood, but like I said, my pieces all mean different things depending on a read. So to me here, it means that there's something that you're unsteady about your foundation for. Not relationships, not friendships. It's something internally of you that you're questioning, that like you don't know if you should take the leap. You don't know if you're quite worthy enough of a specific thing, and you're just leaving cracks in your own foundation. And the rest of these pieces kind of play in on that. So this piece here is that fossilized piece of snake spine, which is once again kind of interesting that it is showing up at the end of the year of the snake. It also has an arrowhead sitting on top of it, and this bead here is a little teeny tiny. I'll pull him up and show the camera a little better, maybe. He's a little teeny tiny. Can you see him? Little skull.
Yeah. Aww.
So those two pieces being together, this is when the arrowhead doesn't necessarily show directionality to me. It shows foundation. And I look a lot in symbology and the shapes that pieces make. So to me, it's very triangular based, obviously, but the fossil being that base of it. So to me, that means that there's something that you have put a lot of time, effort, belief, whatever into, that is almost a false floor for your foundation. That's what you need to rid. And for whatever reason, it is causing this blockage between you and like your ancestry or your family or past lost loved ones. It's something like that. Like, because for me, if I would pull those together, to me that it symbolizes like ancestry and that being your foundation and you leaning on who you are and not necessarily your genetics, but like, you know, your roots and how you were raised and the people that you were raised with, and leaning back on all of that kind of stuff. And for whatever reason, there is a disconnect, perhaps a fight, perhaps a falling out, whatever, that is creating this dissonance. And it's not telling me that you have to cure those rifts. It's not telling me that you need to, you know, patch those things up. If there were fights and there were conflicts, whatever, they're allowed to be there. You're just not allowed to leave that as a barrier between you and the rest of, you know, like your ancestry and who you came from and your roots and all of that kind of stuff. You're still allowed to remember where you came from, even with chaos and controversy and, you know, certain apples of the tree not being great. Your tree is still a tree and it's still valid and worthy. To to me, the 4 and the repetition of the 3s coming up, like I said, I don't personally really do numerology all of that much. So for me, it shows that the 4 being in between is like the pillars of like a foundation. And that's that barrier, that's that break in the foundation. And for me, the 3s is it signifies that there are 3 things. It being repeated is like, okay, pay attention to this. There are 3 specific things, big things that you are allowing to F up that flow, to F up you being, it's like you're not allowing yourself to, I don't know, feel gratitude or feel, I can't think of the word I want to use, like pride, I guess, in like your roots and who you were and all of this kind of stuff, because there's been some kind of dissonance in between. In the key, that's the piece I think doesn't fit and fits the house.
What are we thinking, Denise? There were some things in there that I felt may have resonated. We'll see what Denise comes in with. Yeah, Micah is still. Oh, Denise is saying makes a lot of sense.
Denise, I knew Denise was going to.
My mother. Micah is in awe here, Brittany, that you could read her all the way across the ocean. Listen, connection is connection. And I think this is what we, and you kind of said it, look, not every reader, like, I think this is the misconception, or maybe the expectation we have as people wanting to kind of, I'm going to use the word consume. We sort of sit down with somebody and we expect that you're going to answer our question and that person is going to come through, right? It's going to be our, it's what we want, right? But the reality is sometimes we don't connect, right? We just don't connect with somebody. And I think the connections that we do make, I think this is, you all showed up tonight on a Monday night when this was not something that we had necessarily even promoted all day or all week. This was, Brittany is helping her friend Leah promote an amazing event coming up January 3rd, folks, from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. We'll make sure you guys have that event in front of your face. What's that? I froze.
It was fine.
Yeah.
What? Okay. But it's very intriguing to me that the people that showed up tonight showed up. And there may be a reason for that.
Highly. I forgot to pull a random card for Micah, so I'll do that, but I did pull Denise's first. So,
okay. Yes.
So this deck, like I said, I just love this deck. So like I'm obsessed with using it right now because it mysteriously showed up at my house. But it's called the Somnia Oracle deck, and the guy that made it is a fantastic photographer. Okay. So his cards all have just different words. So the first one that flew out for me, for you, Denise, it's called the Drift. So obviously the words are backwards for you, but so to me, this is the drift, like that. It's kind of what I read. This is the drift from your roots, from, that sense or whatever, of pride and who you are and everything else. And the other one that popped out is the stirring.
The what?
It's called stirring.
The stirring.
Oh, the stirring.
So it's like restlessness. It's that gnawing at the back of your mind that for Denise, it's that gnawing at the back of her mind that, like, she wants resolution. She wants to be able to be proud of where she comes from, or this or that, or, family and all of that kind of stuff. And it's unrest.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful cards, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful cards.
They're gilded.
They're very beautiful. Look at this. Micah saying, I stumbled upon Brittany by accident.
Yeah, we rarely see Micah.
And this one is the one I pulled from Micah. So it's the initiation.
Oh, look at that.
So it's finding.
It looks culty.
It's calling Micah.
It is very culty looking.
It is, but yeah.
But I mean, if the cult are your clan.
Yeah. Hey, listen, your pack is your pack, right?
Yeah.
Your pack is your pack. Kaylee, I'm curious if Kaylee is still here. And if you're still interested, so far 2 for 2, Rob, we are making some connections here. You know, and
it's my good luck. Trevor made me this necklace. It's my good luck.
Trevor Faith making you a necklace. And you know, everybody, again, I think it is important, you know, sometimes, especially when we're on a live like this, you know, I know you're here, but really take that moment to become self-aware, right? And take your breaths in and release. And I love what you said, Brittany. Sort of envision yourself sort of connecting, hugging, energetically hugging Brittany, or open that book that comes from your heart chakra. Open that book up so she can receive the message that is there waiting for you. So Kaylee, take your breaths in, and let's see what we have to say.
In between, I also cleanse my space with, as Rob would like to call this, selenite. It's not.
All right, listen.
And he also doesn't call Salwin. It's some guy named Salwin or whatever.
My last name is also Shaffer. So is Kaylee's, but you know.
It's about to be.
Kaylee, tell him how to pronounce our last name.
Oh.
Spell it right. Talek Motorsports is here. Stacy. Oh, Talek Paranormal Media. Not bad. All right, get that bowl, girl. Get it. Oh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, my girl. Let's see here.
This is for Kaylee.
Mm-hmm. So I guess I didn't ask you like exactly what kind of read you wanted. I just went with what apparently I thought you wanted. But here's what I pulled or through. So to me, this reads linear this way, with this symbolizing you. This dice is, pull it up closer, is a werewolf.
Ooh.
So to me, it stands for transformation. Usually pretty massive transformation. And to me, what some of these pieces represent. So this is a fossilized seashell. It's hard to see because it falls down inside of the pelt. It's a fossilized shell. So whenever I pull something like that, that's also a signifier or something significant to me. That means that for a long time, you've kept yourself very closed off. You have basically concreted yourself into a box that you think is safe, that you think people want you to be in, where you feel most comfortable. And it could be that you have partially put yourself there, but partially you've allowed other people to put you there as well. And you've just become okay with it. And so it's kind of fossilized and solidified around you. And that's the first big thing that it's telling me that 2025 wants you to leave behind. Because the next three pieces that are here mean things on their own and mean things together. This small piece here is a raccoon tooth. When I pull that and it's on its own, it means that you need to be feral. You need to be a little more aggressive, to be a little more meticulous, even to be curious, and be, I don't know how else to like word this, be clean with how you do it. Like raccoons are very, very meticulous, very clean animals. They check everything over. They obsess over things. And it's not telling you that you need to obsess over something, but it's telling you to take the pieces in your life that are bugging you, that have put you into this shell, and look them over and decide if they deserve a place going forward or if they deserve to be left behind. These two pieces here are both coyote claws. So I like, ideally, to see them thrown touching. That means that you have pack mentality. It means that that sort of thing is going well for you. But these landed on opposing sides of a fossilized bone. And that's, to me, where your dissonance is as well. It's your relationships, not necessarily family, but it could be friends. It could be the social media. A lot of times, honestly, if I was reading for myself, I'd probably throw a very similar thing, because it's a very dissonance in yourself, even in your own pride and own standing, where you are very like imposter syndrome kind of feeling, where you allow that dissonance. You allow somebody else and their strength to evade your space and create that dissonance in you. So it takes away from your pride, away from being able to have those pack mentalities, because it makes you feel not good enough to be in this circle or with this person, or maybe I'm not a good enough friend, or, it creates that paranoia, that chaos in your mind. Once again, and I mean, like, obviously you've watched me, and there's two different pieces in here. This is a fossilized snake spine. So the year of the snake is going goodbye. So if I'm reading this, like, it's things that you need to get rid of. It's the transformation. This is you need to transform. You need to break out of this shell, whether you've put yourself there or allowed somebody else to put you there. You need to break out of that, be more steady and secure in yourself, and embody that, raccoon, look over things before saying yes or no to them, before thinking, just immediately making a decision, not overthinking them, but analytically thinking them through, and not letting somebody come into your pride, and knowing that you are worthy to be in a pack, that you are worthy to have standing with friends and family and loved ones and the universe and everywhere, because you deserve it. And the snake piece is just, once again, just saying, like, solidifying that, like, that's what needs to just go.
Mm-hmm. It is interesting that you keep pulling that snake vertebrae. It is very, very
interesting. Like I said, there's multiple pieces. I have, like, and I've pulled them both, and I can't, like, I mean, when I'm filtering through them, I can't feel like this one feels the same as that one. They all feel the same.
Yeah.
You need a shark tooth.
Giant shark tooth. Yeah. Oh, she's got one. She's got her little one. Kaylee, how did that reading sort of sit with you? And again, these are general, mini, a little bit quicker readings. So, but there may be, what I'm hoping, Brittany, for you and for them, is that there's that piece in that message, that it's like, oh, you know what, it's time. It is a meditation like thing that it's bringing those things to the forefront that you probably
in a booked reading too. I mean, it's it's easier to ask me questions.
Sure.
Or like verification, validation, different, that kind of thing.
Nope. She threw a card for you, Kaylee.
Two, actually.
Uh-oh.
Spirit of air.
I love these cards.
Spirit of fire, which to me, you have to have both. You can't have fire without air. You have to feed that fire appropriately with air, or it goes out. So it's the spark of the transformation is what the spirit of fire to me represents for you. It's the spark of that transformation, and the air is the positivity and the things that you feed it to get it to go, in the ways that is productive and successful for you.
I love that.
Cool.
I hope she felt something in there. Again, I feel that there was something there that resonated. Not saying I know everything about everybody here that's asking for a reading, but there are, those little things that you're like,
Yeah.
this very much. Ryan, I'm not sure, Ryan, if you're still here.
It's bedtime. I doubt it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Ryan, if you are, she's saying it does make sense. All right. Ryan, if you're still here and still interested, just let us know before we, I just want to make sure that who is being read is still here and present.
Right. Who's there?
Okay.
The whole way from Iowa.
All
Let's
the
see
way.
if I can read across the country. I did across the pond, so.
We lost Sarah.
Oh no. The queen.
Queen Bee just disappeared.
The queen is buzzed off.
Oh, she's back.
Oh, my cushion is ridiculous.
What the heck?
Okay, Ryan.
Why'd you leave
Okay,
us?
Ryan, do you want
I'm not sure.
Do you want just a generalized reading, or do you want what do you need to leave behind in 2025? Which would you prefer?
Yeah. Are you good with the general reading, Ryan, or the 2025 bye-bye?
Answer the question, Ryan.
Answer, Ryan. Mike is still here too. General.
Okay.
A general.
General reading.
I mean, it's been ending up what we need to purge out anyway. So, I mean, like, I usually have people give me, like, something to go off of, but then I throw and what comes out, comes out.
No.
I love the way you pet the rabbit.
It's hard not to, right?
It's so soft, and I like it to all be going the right way.
Okay.
I'll bring my rabbit pelt to the Masonic event, and you can pet the rabbit, and you'll understand.
Chalik, the man himself, wants a reading. This show might not end until like 2 a.m.
But I do like this question as you're doing, and I hope this doesn't throw you up. This is interesting from Devin. Like, are there any pieces from practices that you personally wouldn't use in your thrower readings? Like, because you do choose these items on your own, Brittany. These are things that you find interesting or that, sort of kind of, grabbed your attention. But is there something that you wouldn't use?
I mean, I probably wouldn't use anything with actual human blood.
No fun.
I mean, honestly, actually, though, it would just depend.
You got a whole ass tooth over there.
Yeah. Honestly, it's what I'm drawn to.
So it's like, would you?
So, like, in the same kit, since I've already, where is it? Oh, he's way down at the bottom. This is a Father Gallitzin coin. I don't know if you can see it, but it's the Centennial Prince Gallitzin. He was Father Gallitzin. He was the founder of Loretto, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. He was the priest. So, like, in the same with teeth, and there's a priest.
So, like, you said you touched on the hoodoo voodoo. That's got something for the priest. So, there's not a practice even like out of Christianity. Like, there's nothing like would you use a relic from Christianity if you found a piece?
Yeah, I mean, like that. He's a Catholic priest.
Yeah.
I mean, I would throw a rosary bead in there. I would potentially throw like a St. Michael medal. I've actually been looking for to potentially put in there for Dan reasons. Mm-hmm. And so it just really depends. It's whatever strikes me to put in there, I guess, or to add to it. I'm consistently adding to it. I come across different things all the time, and I'm like, it just strikes me like that needs to be in my kit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so maybe you wouldn't know. Maybe if you found an item from a certain practice, I don't know, say Buddhist, say Buddhism, you found something that was specific to that practice. Maybe you wouldn't realize you wouldn't use it until you found it. It doesn't mean you don't find it interesting, but maybe it doesn't feel like something that you'd be drawn to use in a reading.
Mm-hmm. And for me, it's all about what it's going to signify and mean to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like that Prince Gallitzin coin, if I throw him because of the personal connection that I have with him as a spirit and entity and his history and all of that kind of stuff, when I throw him, I usually know that there's corruption afoot.
Okay.
Like, I know that there is like something being hidden, somebody facading is somebody else, like that kind of thing. So it's not really like he's in there to signify Catholicism by any means.
Right.
Not that I'm using him like in an anti-religious sort of way, because there have been times that I have thrown him, meaning that, like, you know, it's a person that needs to get back to their faith because that's what's strongest for them and means the most to them.
Right.
So it just
not. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I said it just depends on the situation.
So because we can't see your face when you're digging around in that bowl. I think Micah's question is, you know, are you looking at these items, or I have a feeling your eyes are closed.
My eyes are completely closed. Yeah.
Okay. So Micah, she's not looking at the
Nope.
items.
I'm just like literally just almost how like you would shuffle a deck of cards. That's basically what I'm doing. Or like shuffling ruins through your hands. I could put this in a bag completely closed and do the same thing where, you know, I really couldn't see them at all, even if I didn't have my eyes closed. And it's just whenever it feels right to me.
Yeah. Is when you throw.
Yeah.
All
right. So this reading is for Ryan.
Yes. This is for Ryan Schroeder.
Okay.
From CNR Paranormal. In it.
So the first thing that I see over here that I threw, which I guess is kind of behind my name, I threw the 1. So to me, that is you. Like signifies you. There's usually, not every time, usually in a read, there is an item that signifies you in the state that you are right now. And you know, obviously, like that's just a number, so it's going to be the piece that's near it. So it's hard also to see on the pelt, not on camera, but it is a fossilized piece of like coral water column. So to me, that signifies you right now is you're not sure where your foundation is. You're not sure what you need to leave behind. You're not sure what you need to pick up. You're in this state of like, I'm going, but I don't exactly know where I'm going. I'm flowing and I'm rushing and I'm plowing head on, but I don't exactly have the concrete direction. Is what that signifies to me. And the rest of it gets into that further as well. So when I pull this wishbone, sometimes it's in a, you know, like in a shape or whatever, but here being thrown on its own, it means that you have wishes, you have dreams, you have this ultimate goal of what you would like, but you have too many of them. Like it's spread all too wildly. And it's not bad to have that many wishes, to have that many goals, to have this many directions that you need to go in, but that's what creates that chaotic water flow. You don't have anything foundational to start with to build all of these other wishes and dreams on. You have to start with one. And that kind of is where, like, this bone to me, I honestly, I could not tell you what animal it is from, but it is an old fossilized piece of bone. But usually it either separates. What is it?
It's from a possum.
Is it? It might be. It is not the peen bone of a possum. It is not. It is an arm bone of some sort. I don't know which. But possums have bigger bones than that. Anyway, this bone always shows up to either split things or it'll literally be hooking something because it has like a hook on the end. So to me, it's splitting these things. So these are your wishes and dreams, all of your stuff all piled up. And then up here, if I can get it the hell out of here, this is a tooth from a coyote. Can you tell we have a prevalent coyote population near me? So the split between those for me shows that, like, you have the ability to sink your teeth in and get what you want, to bear down and accomplish and achieve these things. But you can't bite down, bear down, all of this, and control your water flow if you don't throw some of those things away. If you don't have to necessarily throw them away, but at least set them aside for now. Go through and prioritize all of these hopes and wishes and dreams that you want for your future. Lay them all out and prioritize, which one do I need to do first? Because if I don't do this one first, these three, even if I get them, they're going to fail because I don't have this one. So to me, it's telling me that it's not bad that you have all of these hopes and wishes and wants and dreams and ideas and plans and all of this stuff. But if you don't go in at them in an educated manner, looking at the bigger picture, that there's always going to be this dissonance and you're never going to be able to like sink in and actually bear down and do what you want to do and get that success and all of that.
So he's trying to boil the ocean.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Ryan, how you feel about this because
he's crying.
He's crying.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's not that it's bad to have all of those aspirations and wishes and wants and dreams.
Yeah.
It's just
right.
But you know what? I think
we overload, which we all
do. I think right, and I think as we as we enter, especially this sort of part of the journey of paranormal, and you create the team, and they've got this show, and they're really coming into their own. It is hard to not be like, oh, and I want to do this and I want to do that, and you start pulling all those sort of ideas, right? I'm guilty of that, and it is hard to anchor yourself a little bit to that foundation to go, okay, slow down, one at a time, right? Build something solid, build on that. So I'm curious, Ryan, how this reading felt for you. And if it didn't resonate, it's okay. And a lot of times with messages, and Brittany, you even said this, it doesn't always mean that it resonates right then and there. Sometimes it's one of those things where a couple days from now, you might go, oh my gosh, something else.
It could be a month or so from now, and you're like, that makes a lot of sense.
That's right.
Because that's it. The card that I pulled for him too, it's dissonance.
Oh, jeez.
The word of the day.
Like that word.
She does like that. She uses it very well in a sentence. Use that word in a.
I like big words.
All right, you've got 3 requests left.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Are you good? Do you need to take a break, Brittany?
No, I don't want to drain you.
I'm good.
I don't want other people drain.
I've got chocolate for the Dementors after. I literally say that like after any investigation. It's funny, and I think that's like where they got that idea for in Harry Potter, is that like it's a natural like endorphin. Yeah. And so like anytime I investigate, that's why I brought the cookies to Mid-O that just like out the door.
There were cookies.
Just gone. Literally, you blinked and they were gone.
Yeah. Well, Danny leaves chocolate for the Nganga up there, and I leave cigarettes. And he's been ignored a lot lately. I'll get back to him.
Oh,
I talked about him.
I left Albert a cigar the other day. This is my bud.
There he is. There he is.
Travis, damn.
I'm curious, Travis, are you still here? Because I know Travis was interested.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
In having a reading. He was actually after Kaylee, or maybe after Kaylee or after mine.
I was gonna say Jason was on there too at one point.
So I'm curious.
Yeah, I just was looking at the start. I thought Sarah had marked them all, but clearly
I did. No, I did, and those comments are gone. Just so everybody knows.
What comments?
You want to see your boys back there, Rob?
What? Yeah, I see my former inhabitants. Yeah, they look better in your place than they do in mine.
Yep, they love it here.
Not sure why they are gone. Yeah, Travis is here, but he was as well interested in a reading. Good with the general sort of what 2025 is asking you to leave behind, or just a general overview, which might lead to what 2025 is asking you to leave behind. If you're good with that, Travis, we'll have Brittany pull and throw.
I'm gonna need water.
Go get your
water. Don't
water.
mind my eggshells in the background either. They're for making cascarilla powder.
So I believe we have Travis. Jason was interested. Devin, if you have time.
He says, "Come what may. General reading, please."
Sounds good. Works
in a very Canadian accent.
Travis is Canadian?
I think so.
Oh.
I could be wrong.
Travis, are you Canadian?
Travis.
Song "Come What May" from Moulin
Look at
Rouge.
his last name. I am Travis Traveso from Vancouver.
He's from Vancouver, or maybe more like
Montreal.
I was going to say Montreal.
He's like, not funny, guys.
Get down to the zone.
Listen, everybody wants to be an American.
I mean,
especially Canadians.
I'll be whatever you want me to be.
I'm gonna get water while she fingers that bowl of fun.
Oh my god, I cannot with you.
Yeah. Does this distract you, Brittany? Or...
No, because like I honestly, like my brain, I'm so able to like separate the spaces in my brain with my ADHD and autism that it's like I have like one part of my brain is doing this and the other part of my brain is having this conversation with you.
Well, I just want to be less distracting. And look at Stacy being.
Sometimes in a way, I like to be distracted because I feel like it gives spirit the like. I don't know. Like
I'm getting water. I'll return.
Go get water. I can't believe he was just sitting there, just listening to our conversation.
Because I knew you were going to talk about.
Go get your water. Go. I want to take this moment to say thank you to everybody on the side for supporting this show tonight and sharing your energy and your openness as Brittany does her Magpie readings. Don't forget, January 3rd, you'll be able to get your spot. She has done the throw for Travis, a general reading.
I mean, the first thing that sticks out is, once again, we have the snake spine piece.
There's Mr. Mike. Hi, Mike.
So for me, this is where like it's easy to like compare how different pieces mean different things. So like where in Ryan's reading, this wishbone meant actual wishes. It meant hopes, dreams, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In this reading, to me, it does not. That is the piece that is the personal signifier for me in this read. So you are the wishbone. Within you, there are anxieties, fears, different things that I'll explain here in a minute, that are keeping you, once again, the coyote claw shows up, from breaking through. To me, it's a little different in this reading. It feels a little different than a pack mentality thing, but I'll get to all of that here in a second. So for me, like I said, that wishbone to me signifies your foundation, and these pieces falling within them show me that this is what is swirling around you, what is holding you back, holding you down. And that's where this arrowhead here signifies to me. And then the snake piece is that these are the things that you need to be rid of, or to let go, to work through, to shed, to whatever, to have these ultimate goals here. So the pieces that are in here, one is this small, it's a piece of a fish spine, actually. And when I see that outside in a read in a positive way, no, I mean, not that this is negative by any means, but if I'm seeing it in a different way, it means that you're being able to move through life in an ease of way. Here it's that you're having trouble navigating the current. and it's just faltering. It's just swirling inside of you, like you're just fighting it and fighting it. And the tooth, that's a human tooth. So to me, teeth signify anxiety. I have dreams that my teeth are crumbling out of my mouth. Like I'm just talking and they just fall out. It's awful. So it's usually something to me that you're afraid to say, either say to yourself or say to somebody else. And to me, this kind of feels like a little bit of both. That there are some things that you need to literally like say out loud to yourself, like this is what happened. This is how I feel. This is what I need. This is what I'm afraid of, anxious of, whatever. And it's, what you need to say to yourself and it admit out. And to me, there's this other arrowhead, this smaller one, that pierces through the top of that wishbone. So to me, that signifies that the reason that you have these problems is because you're letting an outside force infiltrate in and giving you these anxieties that has betrayed you, has stabbed you in the back, was somebody that you felt was a foundational piece for you, that just meant a lot to you in whatever capacity. And they weren't who you thought they were. And they're preventing you, they're holding you back and causing this chaos inside of you, that this anxiety that is preventing you from swimming with the current and literally just, making you chomp at the bit, like, because there's, my word again, dissonance in what you're wanting to tell yourself and what you need to tell yourself in regards to that happening, that betrayal of whoever it was. It's like you're blaming yourself, like that maybe you should have seen it coming, should have known better, this, that, whatever. Like there's nothing you could have done in that kind of situation. And instead of speaking your truth, is what it feels like to me about it, you've just bottled it up instead, and you've taken it. Like instead of it being their fault or, being able to speak your truth or whatever, you've just bottled it up and just taken it. And that's where that coyote claw comes in for me. And like, instead of the pack mentality that it usually represents, to me, it represents here that like, you need to be that more vicious side of the coyote. And it doesn't mean that you need to like go snap at somebody, but it means that like, you need to not take the shit anymore. You don't have to be the punching bag. You don't have to be the bottle of it up. You don't have to sit there and hold and be all of this. That like whoever betrayed you, whoever effed you over, that made you feel these kind of ways and lose these kind of trust kind of deals, it's okay to like admit that to yourself, to other people, that like it doesn't make you a bad person to keep it all inside. And that, like being a little more aggressive toward it is okay to do. And like you can leave the rest of that behind and out. And like, like that's like the snake, that's the getting rid of it. And to me, honestly, the 5 feels significant to me, but I feel like it personally should feel significant to you. Like it is a date, or it is something to do with that person that caused that betrayal. Like it's like it's not going to be something I'm personally like just going to know. It doesn't feel like a numerology thing. It doesn't feel like a number of people. It feels, to me, it feels very much like a date.
Interesting. I'm curious, Travis, how does that, and she'll throw your card for you, but and I'm curious, Travis, if this did resonate, if there was something in there that kind of piqued your interest. And Micah is right here going, wow, she's receiving some messages, I think, here.
3:33 a.m.
Oh, my husband has shown up.
Travis, I know where you're from.
He's a room over.
Travis, we may be near you soon, just so you know. All right. I just want to share this while she shuffles. I was being very quiet.
Yeah.
because my roommate is sleeping in her bedroom. She gets up for work at 3 a.m.
Oh, okay.
And I gingerly brought all my shit upstairs. The beacon.
Interesting. And Travis, you don't have to share anything personal. I'm just curious, when people receive these messages, you know, does it sort of speak to you, even if it's something that you can't make that general connection to right now, but there's something in you that's like, yeah, there is a message there for me. I just need to sit with that for a moment. I feel like Micah's getting that tonight. Micah, you were meant to be here with us tonight, I believe, to be able to receive these messages. It's very, very intriguing.
Here's Jason being very needy.
Jason's like, girl,
he wants to make sure we know he's listening. And
we got you, boo. We got
he
you.
wants a reading. So as I was walking back up here, I stepped on one of these.
Oh, and you popped it?
Like a goddamn gun went off in the house.
Look at this.
He says, wowzers. And it's not what he was expecting to hear, all the way from Canada.
He's not in Canada. He's American. Stop.
Part.
Wow.
I know where he lives.
Damien. Well, I am, you know, I think sometimes in what he just said, right? He wasn't expecting to hear this. And I think, Brittany, you and I share this sentiment a lot with, you know, when you do any kind of meditation, when you sit in that quiet, sometimes we think we know what we need in the moment, and we do, but we're not listening to that actual voice. We're sort of wanting to satiate something, and sometimes that voice in the back is like, I'm here, and I need to tell you something. And Brittany, I feel like your gift of these throws, it is this meditational moment where you throw these items, and Travis, you just nailed like that. You weren't expecting to hear it, but you needed to hear it, right? You needed to hear that. So that's amazing. That is amazing. All right, take your breath, and Jason, take your breath. Let's get Jason McGray in here.
Breathe through your Canadian nostrils.
Well, Jason, link up in the connection you know we would have.
And look at that. Travis is
a lot easier because we both remote viewed in the same spaces.
Look at this,
Jason.
Travis is saying 5. 5, it might not be a date, but it's been a theme.
Yeah.
So he's
a lot of sense. Yeah. I knew it. I knew it was significant. I just couldn't exactly pick up exactly why.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, Micah, here's the thing, especially when we're in group settings like this, you know, these messages all might, that red thread might just be sort of, you know, working its magic through here. So
even at the end, if you want me to like end with a collective.
Yes.
Cool.
I want a very personalized reading about me and my dog.
I don't know.
You'll have to pay for that.
Yeah, Travis, this was sort of impromptu, but the people that were supposed to be here tonight are here.
Yeah. He's curious. What was the meaning of that card? You pulled the beacon.
Oh, the beacon. Oh, sorry. Hold on. It just is. It's that alarm. It's that system, that light in the dark, in the distance, that is guiding your way. It's that signifier that like there is a light in the darkness, that like to still have hope. So
yeah, I love that.
What they say about me too, Travis.
All right, so Jason is bing, 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 bing. He's opening his mind for you.
Got your tin cup ready? All right, let's go.
This reading is for Jason McGray, Elements of the Unknown, author, paranormal investigator.
Over in Canada.
Also a Canadian.
And he smells.
Rob, did you know that Canadians are from Canada?
I figured that out when he was here. Oh, he got the coins.
Oh.
Very interesting. That is a very interesting. I'm actually surprised I threw such few pieces.
McGray,
we need to have a meetup later.
This needs to go private immediately.
No, not for this read, but I just feel like there's something deeper that like. So it's interesting to me. Like I said, there's always, usually to me, there's the person. So that's the coyote there again. Coyote tooth. And that's that Father Gallitzin coin.
Uh-oh.
So this is also the first one that I didn't pull the snake piece for. So to me, I immediately, and I don't know why, immediately saw this as a warning.
Uh-oh.
Not, I don't know. And it could be one that like you're aware of already. But like especially with it facing upward toward me, he always stands for corruption. To me, always. And that's a coyote tooth, and like I said, that's the coyote. And so to me, this is it's almost telling me that you also need to be more bite, less bark kind of deal. That to be on guard, like not to go after anybody specifically, but to be very on guard for people that are still going to try to manipulate and control the narrative and be a false prophet. Like that's, at the end of the day, he was, I mean, for people that obviously don't know who Prince Father Gallitzin is, he was a Russian-born prince raised in Poland, and then all of a sudden decided once he was in the and like raised with like philosophers and metaphysical practitioners and like precursors of Rasputin kind of people, and then all of a sudden decided to be a Catholic priest in order to come over to the United States and be given land. And he chose the place he chose because he literally wrote in his journal that it was the most feral and like unkempt and devilish place he could find, full of savages. And it was all Native American and Irish immigrants that lived here, or in Loretto. And so he came in and he was like, I was their doctor, I was their lawyer, I was their judge, I was their jury, I was their therapist, I was their priest, I was their counsel. He was all of it. And he controlled the entire thing and was not a very good guy. Like, was a massive martyr. He's literally up for sainthood. Like, but like was not a good guy. So like I don't like that I pulled. I don't like that I threw him for chasing. Like, but to me it's just, if you were the coyote, it's relying on your pack, relying on the ones that matter and mean everything to you, that you know you can trust, baring your teeth when necessary, and keeping your eye out for the snakes that are left, and they're gonna continue to come to try to come out of 2025.
I think this does require Jason to sit with you a little bit more. That's very interesting that he got the coin, and it's.
I feel like there's a whole lot more to that.
But it hit him.
Like, I feel like sometimes the pulls edit themselves because they're like, this isn't the time for you to be hearing the rest of this.
I want to know why Jason unfriended me.
Yeah, right. I don't think so. All right. So I know after Jason, I know Devin. I don't know if Devin's still here. Devin Girly Poo, are you still here? If you are, and if you're still interested, and then maybe do the general one, reading for the collective. It says what is that? The what?
The impasse.
Oh, the empath. That hits deep, he says. The empath.
No,
the impasse. Like I am.
Oh, the impasse. Oh, the impasse.
Impasse.
Yeah. Got it.
Devin's.
Ooh, Devin's here, girl. Devin girl, she's here.
These two don't know each other
They do not. They do not. Devin, take that good breath in through that nose. Hold it for just a moment, and then just let that shit right out your mouth. Just.
Stacy's getting one. Calm down, Stacy.
Hey, Devin was before you, Stacy.
Yeah.
I just.
You showed up late. You don't get to complain. And you're in Louisiana. Oh, so is Devin.
So is Devin.
I want to go to NOLA next year.
Okay. Devin, that's the Stacy we were talking about. All right. She's limbering up.
We're back to the snake energy here. That's all right. All right.
Very clustered. I like it. I like this throw.
So in this throw, once again, like to me, the wishbone signifies the person, like the body, like, and to me, this reads a little different. Like these things are on the outside, their wants, needs that I'll get into, and then that's that snake vertebrae again, and then the thing that you have trapped inside that's like panicking you, or that you're stressing on, that sort of thing that's bothering you the most, that's causing the most chaos, and how the world kind of wants you to deal with that. So to me, this is a coyote claw that's inside of this wishbone here. To me, it's that you're holding yourself back or keeping this anger. There's some kind of like some sort of trauma, like massive, that like you are angry about. And it's not that you're not working through it, but that you're focusing too much on allowing yourself to be angry. And it's okay to be angry. It's okay to process those kind of emotions and stuff. But if you don't process through them, we hold ourselves in this cycle and just become more and more bitter as time goes on. And to me, it just shows that that's the piece that's within you. And if you continue to keep that blocked in, continue to allow that just anger and hatred to like build and build, like it really is, it's just going to turn you completely bitter at the world, at everybody, situations that you're in. And it's going to prevent you from this right here. This is a tiny little, it's hard to see, a little rosebud, which signifies birth. And it's not just like being pregnant. It's birth of renewal, birth of new things, new ideas, new life, success, all of those sort of things that you're not allowing to bloom because you're festering this wound, this anger, this you're not even processing through it, through all of the emotions that it has brought. For whatever reason, whether you're consciously realizing it or not, there is something that has happened to you that, and it like I don't want to tell you that you're not allowed to be angry, because it's not that you're not allowed to be angry. You are, but you need to work through it for your own sake, because you can't live in that anger. You can remember it. You can give it space when you need to, but you can't live in it, because if you live in it, it changes who you are, and that's not fair to you either. And it prevents you from blooming. It prevents you from, like I said, like this is that coyote tooth again. In this instance, to me, it's telling me that it's preventing you from taking a bite out of life. It's preventing you from taking a bite out of good things, nourishing your soul and your heart with good, things that fuel you in good ways, good people, good situations, things like that you're not allowing yourself to experience because you're just so pissed about everything else, and just keeping all of that so like completely pent up within yourself. And to me, like this here, even it, like I said, this bone usually signifies some kind of block for me, or like separation. And for me, even as a reader, that feels like there's even a wall. Like, yes, I'm able to read past it, but it shows me that you have a wall against a lot of things too. And that you've almost taken comfort in that anger and pain deep inside, that you don't want people to read you through it. Mm-hmm. And once again, I feel like this die specifically, this is the only standard one I have in here. So whenever it falls, there's something significant about it being the number 4, because the number 4 is what it landed on. So I don't know if it's that date, that year, but it's something personal that you should know, you know what I mean? Like, is signified by that number 4 that relates to all of this. And if you don't allow yourself to process through that anger portion of this pain, you're going to be stuck there, and you're not going to experience the beautiful, amazing things that life has to show you, because you're too busy focused internally. And I mean, it could be something that you don't even necessarily consciously realize that you're doing, but it's starting to come out in more and more little bitter ways. I don't know.
That's very interesting, Devin. I'm curious, if any, and again, don't have to share anything personal with us here, but did anything that she threw there and touch on, did any of that sort of bring any epiphany, or like, okay, I'm curious.
Did it resonate?
Did it resonate?
I would call it extreme disappointment and sadness instead of anger, but
yeah, I can get that feeling instead. Yeah, disappointment and frustration feel very similar to me.
Guarded ASF.
And here's the thing, and
they'll make you bitter.
That girl right there, Devin, is an amazing, like, I love this woman. But I thought that was when you touched on the bone sort of being that wall, right? There was something there that for me, it was like, oh, I wonder if that sparked some interest in Devin at all. And then she put guarded as fuck on there, and there we go.
And the card that I pulled is the passage. So, and for me, that means, like, it's you working through, like you said, that sadness, that extreme disappointment, all of that. It's working through that. It's the journey. It's the passage through, like even his iconography here, it's walking through somewhere foggy, shadowed, shady to get through to somewhere else that you're supposed to be.
Walking through that fire. Well, thank you for that. I think that is amazing. Do we end with Stacy? This is incredible. And I really hope, I'm really, really hoping, Brittany, the readings with the Magpie, the way you handle the information, what you're doing, how you're sharing with us what you're doing is I think is very incredible. And I do hope that people head over. I did share during the show the actual event for Black Raven, Winter's Veil Divination Night, starting at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And you can book your reading. They're 20-minute readings with Brittany. And I believe there's one other person that's doing readings.
Lee is hosting it. So kind of like how you guys are doing.
Okay. I hope you guys, if you're interested to do this or get a deeper reading with Brittany, you can do that through that particular night. Please go support Black Raven and this particular event. Again, January 3rd. Or if you feel like, okay, I'm not ready to get more information, if you don't mind sharing that event out, as that's what social media really should be about.
Love it.
Passing that on. That would be greatly appreciated by all of us. All right, let's hit up Professor T, Stacy College.
And I also sorry too, like if it feels like, for people just watching, I know a lot of these seem more, I don't necessarily call it the negative side, but a lot of people think that sometimes my readings are more negative, but I think it's because they're raw. They're a lot deeper and a lot just truth. And it's kind of just this time of year, like we're shedding what we're supposed to be shedding and getting rid of. So it's all kind of going to be very introspective. And I'm gonna tell it like it is, reader. Like I don't hold any of that back. I tell you exactly what I feel, what I see, whenever I see all of it and read all of it too. Yeah. I don't.
Well, it is the year of the snake is coming to an end, and it is a completion year as well. I think 9-year cycle coming to an end. I do listen. I listen to all my folks out there in the community. Just know you're seen, you're heard. I follow along with what you share, and a lot of this, Rob and I have talked about this. A lot of this definitely seems to resonate. Things are really making sense. That clarity is coming to the surface, and you can't unsee it. You can't unknow it. And so I feel like a lot of the messages you have shared tonight fall within that realm, right, of not being able to unsee or unknow, and that clarity is there. And these are a lot of things we all knew, and it was just time to sort of say, it's we need to go to the next level. So I love that. All right, Stacy, take that deep breath in, connect, open that book wide open for Brittany to read, or give her that energetic hug, so she can pull your magpie charms. You too, Brandy. Have a great holiday.
Oh, that's a good throw right there.
Oh, look at that.
I see. A lot of things.
Well, I mean, I just literally just said about like having a bunch of negative throws tonight, and this literally like is really not. It's really not. So you got double snake bones, which to me, like, I mean, I know this kind of sounds stupid, like to say that they cancel each other out, but like to me, it shows that, and there's an arrowhead in between them facing outwards. So to me, it shows that you are probably well on your path to knowing exactly what to throw away, and what you need to leave behind in 2025. They're not, the two pieces of the vertebrae, they're not touching. They're not near each other. That arrowhead, like, I don't know if like you can, it's right here. I don't know if you can see it really well, but like it is literally like blasted like perfectly into the fur along with the black line. Like it is out of here. And so it's like everything's packaged up. You know exactly already, meticulously, maybe a little too meticulously, what you're packing up and leaving behind. Because over here we have the fossilized piece of wood, petrified wood, and then the spinal column from the fish. So those two together, that's what I said before, like I usually like to see that piece show up because it means that you are swimming through life, you're flowing through life very well. And to me, the fact that it showed up with the petrified piece of wood is that you're very solid standing in what you are and who you are and what you do, and that you're actually quite good at navigating your current. To me, you feel very balanced. You feel very wise in the meticulous ways in what you do. Like I said, maybe a little too meticulous sometimes because it's like you're blasting through it. Like I'm done. I know exactly what I'm leaving behind. I'm out. So maybe stop a little bit and give them each a little more space and time before, you leave behind what you're leaving behind. But to me, it's showing me that the universe is telling me you're on your right path, that like you are doing what you need to be doing, and that in doing that, like life is going to continue to go, in a pretty positive way, that you're able to shed the things that you need to shed and leave behind, and only take, your foundations and your sturdy things forward in that current of life. And just charge on your way through. I don't know, it just feels very like grounded, very foundational, very practiced.
Stacy.
Like Merlin. Like, I don't know why I keep seeing Merlin.
Yeah, I do.
I know. I should have just turned my camera off for this one.
Well, I can't see you guys when it's pointed down there, so it didn't matter. So I don't know if that made sense or not, but at least somebody got like a really positive one for the night. Somebody was already on the right path.
Yeah.
Stace, what do you say?
Whatever. Stacy's great. We know.
Yeah, let us know, Stace. Like, how did that feel? Mr. Balanced, Mr. Meticulous, Mr. Merlin. How did that feel?
Like, I literally just kept seeing this Merlin figure in my head, like grinning.
He's like, it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. How did it feel to bury your arrowhead in the rabbit fur?
Shit just flying right out.
This is like spiritual
recovery. Just a guy chilling with his freaking little greenhouse hut. Recovery. He's in recovery mode. He's just chilling.
Burning bodies in his backyard.
Micah, it was so great to have you tonight. Yeah. Thank you for showing up. And what an amazing... That was such a great kickoff to this, Micah. It was, you were meant to be here. So I'm so glad. Big hugs to you. She stayed up all night for this.
Thank you so much.
Brittany, it's an incredible, I think it's always an incredible gift when, somebody shares this particular, to connect with someone. It's such a personal thing. People are looking for just that something, right? And because it's been a crazy year, again, year of the snake, it's been a crazy year. There have been those disappointments, sort of those punch to the nuts, as I've been saying for the last few months, constant. It's like you recover
literally, from you think everything is going fabulously. Oh, this is a fantastic year. And then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, this sucks.
Yeah. Like I feel like we weren't warned at the beginning of 2025. This was the year of the snake. And then, but maybe it was better because it was one of those things that as we started to hear about the year of the snake and the end of the 9-year cycle, the completion year, kind of went, that made sense.
And truly, I mean, it's all things that, we needed to shed anyway. Mm-hmm. It's not good to have false prophets, false people, false anything.
Yeah, no, not at all.
They're there for the wrong reasons.
I hope that if you are not following Get Batty with Brittany, or even Brittany herself, do yourself a favor. She adds great amount of knowledge. She is very passionate about her practices, and sharing with everybody on what they can do to sort of tap into their own power. And you're going to be able to see Brittany working with us at one of our sort of first of the 2026, which is Inner Eye. I can't even say that anymore, Rob. I hate that you named it this.
I know.
The Inner Eye.
Your little bit of an accent just
it's a little crazy, but to be able to do this with you, and I hope those that are going to be a part of that 4-part series, now that you actually you've seen her on Paranormally Blonde, well, she went through the clears with us, but being able to watch what Brittany does, and how she does it, how she connects, and how she connected with each of you, I hope that sort of gets you excited to get in there for that 4-part series and work with all of us. It is about sharing a passion and discovering what we bring to these things. And you guys brought the energy tonight. You connected with her. Oh, happy birthday, Micah. Happy birthday.
Yeah, let me show you how cool you are. You know?
Yeah. Let her show you that. But everybody connected here tonight. I think you did so amazing, Brittany. Again, I think this was just meant to be. It was one of those things we
just even randomly fell together. I was like,
let's do it. Let's do this live. And here we are 2 hours later. And
you had a lot of people watching. It was great.
You did.
Yeah, so I don't think you get to see the numbers because you're a guest. You're not a false prophet like me.
Yeah, no, they're only dropping off now because I think we were done, but they all held tight to see what was coming. So this is awesome. You got to see Rob live twice today, folks. I mean,
that's big excitement.
That's big excitement in itself.
Huge.
Yeah.
You'll subscribe to my my subscription service on Facebook, and
I'm glad.
I'll throw my bones around for you.
Please don't.
That's why we get in trouble.
Please don't.
That's why we get in trouble. Yeah, Kaylee, we all do.
Fry your little. Nope, not gonna say that. Not gonna say that. Not. Nope. Not gonna say that.
Yeah. Listen, you got to be able to end serious conversations with a little bit of laughter. Yeah, and there he is.
Let's
see if I can.
What are we looking at?
Oh. There we go. What are we looking at?
Baby.
Okay, everybody show him. I have no bones to show, folks.
Well, I got this one.
Mine's cuter.
Damien, thank you. I'm so glad you got to come on. So again, everybody, do not forget January 3rd, Black Raven Winter's Veil Divination Night. You can go to that event. There is, within the event itself, if you go to the description, if I can talk, there is a link for the square, and you can set up your appointment with Brittany. And they are predetermined. Like, it's not going to be set up like it was tonight. Oh my gosh, look at Brittany.
What is that?
I can share something. Look what I...
But this one's going to make me cry today that I grabbed it.
Why is that?
Because these are pieces from Crescent.
Aww.
How come I don't have one of those?
I don't know. Did you get
some of the safety glass blown out from the door? My friend Al made it for me. And it has, what does the cup say on it? It has the seal of Pennsylvania. So it was either from the prison or, see. And then it has safety glass and stuff. And this is all like greenery and like stuff found on the property.
What a great use for the little ghosty thing. Yeah, so don't forget January 3rd from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. You will be able to watch, again, this beautiful connection that people make from 6 until 10. Black Raven Winter's Veil Divination Night. You can head right over to the Get Haunted Network and check out the event. Brittany's got the event on her page as well. Click on it. Share it, say you're interested. Even if you're not coming, say you're interested, because that actually helps get that out there a little bit more. It will share it within your own friend list. So let's get a lot of people in there. Leah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Leah.
We're so excited to lift your event. You're good people. If you're friends with Brittany, we love you. So we're interested. We want to go. We want to help support this. We're always about helping support small businesses within the paranormal. So we got your back, Leah. Brittany, amazing job tonight. Give yourself some chocolate.
Cleanse that video, my chocolate box. I have that what is it, Dubai chocolate?
Oh yeah, there you go. Cleanse that palate. To each of you guys, it is 10. It is Monday night. It is the beginning of the holiday weekend. So please get your rest, drink your water, and remember this. We see you. We do. We appreciate you more than you can even imagine. And we love you. Thank you for being the good in the community. Thank you for being our community. Go out there, support Brittany, and we will see you guys. Oh, I don't know. We might just pop up. You just never know.
See me Wednesday. Fuck it.
So with that, have a great Monday night, folks.
We'll open presents together.
Peace.